Are you ready? Check your reality.
The comments and opinions of this program may be considered offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Sense. I am here with you today, Billy and Butch. My name is Forrest, and today Billy is going to be reading an article from the Epoch Times written by Trevor Loudon, and it's titled A New Zealander's 9 Starter Steps to Save America from Socialism. This is pretty important stuff, and here is Billy to explain further.
So to get started, Trevor Loudon is a New Zealand author, speaker, political activist, and blogger. Loudon is the author of 3 self-published books on U.S. politics and was featured in the 2016 documentary entitled Enemies Within. He also writes for, as you now know, the Epoch Times. So I'm just going to start from the beginning here. He says, though I am a New Zealander, I know America and its people well. I have traveled to every state in the lower 48 and have addressed more than 500 audiences across this amazing nation. My message has always been the same. The United States is headed toward a brutally tyrannical socialist revolution, and if America goes down, every free country follows. Well, now here it is, people, unfolding before our very eyes. So, what can be done? Can the Republic be saved? Honestly, I don't know. However, I can suggest some steps that would at least give this country a fighting chance. Number 1. Face reality. Millions of Americans are still in complete denial. Many think the military is secretly in control, that it's only a matter of time until justice is done and President Donald Trump is restored. There's a secret plan. Just have faith. The truth is that Trump was outmaneuvered by an alliance of communists, globalists, and even traitors to his own party. The deep state is now almost in full control. Trump isn't coming back into office any time before 2024. If we still have meaningful elections by then. To make sure they can never be outvoted, the Democrats plan to enfranchise 22 million illegal immigrants, abolish the Electoral College, gain at least 4 more far-left senators through Puerto Rico and D.C. statehood, and flood the country with tens of millions more refugees and illegal immigrants. They also plan to nationally introduce voting reforms, i.e. mass mail-in balloting, the abolition of ID requirements, etc. that will guarantee eternal Democratic Party control. If the Democrats can abolish the Senate filibuster and place at least 4 more leftist justices on the Supreme Court, there will be virtually no way to stop any of this if we rely on traditional political methods. We are undergoing a Marxist-Leninist revolution driven by China right now in real time. The military cannot save us, nor can Donald Trump. On the contrary, it is up to patriots to protect Trump and the armed services from unrelenting Democrat communist attacks. When enough Americans face the unpleasant truth, then and only then can we talk about hope. So that's the end of section 1. I'd like to hear Butch's opinion on what Loudon has said so far.
Well, I agree and I disagree. I mean, I agree that patriots need to make a stand, but I also disagree because he says nothing can be done until about 2024. I believe this is still a republic. I believe that this is still the United States of America. And I believe that we need to hold people accountable. If they violate their oath of office to uphold and defend the Constitution by trying to remove the Constitution, they should be removed from office immediately. And That's my point of view, and hopefully we can get others to have the similar point of view. If not, well, life goes on.
So I can agree and disagree with you as well. I think what he was trying to say was that Trump isn't coming back to quote unquote save us, as a lot of people do believe. He can't do anything until 2024 as far as being in office. However, you are definitely right as far as we need to hold people accountable for their own actions, their own mistakes. And there is such a lack of self-accountability that's been happening. You know, but at the same time, if patriots get together on what is similar in our mindset, we have a chance at saving our democratic republic.
Yes.
Our constitutional republic, I should say. And that's something that a lot of people don't really fully understand either, the difference between us being a democracy, a republic, and a constitutional republic. There are many republics. There are many different types of democracy. However, we are a constitutional republic, which means that our basis of law is written into our constitution, which shall not be infringed. Forrest, what do you think?
Honestly, from everything that I've heard so far, I'm thinking it's starting to become a little too late. I know that a lot of people are putting dates around 2024, but I'm kind of in agreement with Butch on this. We're running out of time. Every single day that the Democrats are having time to be able to put in more laws, pass more bills, and make it even harder for a democratic republic to actually operate, the harder it's going to be for us to actually get things back to how they're supposed to be. I don't know how many people here realize this, but America is really, really one of the few countries left on this world where you actually have freedoms. Legitimate freedoms. And now, honestly, for a government, this is bad for business. This is part of the reason why our government has been trying to kind of take as much as they can from us, especially of recent. I'm pretty sure more people have been noticing that, well, the roads aren't getting better. Our schools sure as hell aren't getting better, but yet they are taking more taxes than ever.
And I also want to put in there that they want to do an infrastructure plan, but yet they have paying off other countries as part of their infrastructure. What does that have to do with our roads? What does that have to do with our schools? Nothing. It just has to do with a democratic spending bill, or a spending spree, I should say, that will allow them to do whatever they want, get away with whatever they want. And I think we need to nip that in the bud as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree, because, there's this mindset that's been happening for a long time that America has to take care of the rest of the world. Well, as a parent, I personally know that if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of my kids. So if America is going to, quote-unquote, parent the rest of the world, how can we do so if we cannot even take care of ourselves? And we have our honored veterans on the streets, homeless, committing suicide, dying of starvation. We have children of our own that live in slums and so forth. If we can't take care of our own, how can we take care of everyone else?
Something else as well is, they talk about waiting. And again, I don't think this is a good idea, because even if you just look at the tone of the news. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and we've already been affected by the fires. I'm pretty sure everybody in the U.S. at this point in time has been affected by the fires. But here we are seeing Democrats spending more money on stuff that people are kind of okay with. But Biden's getting 2 scoops of ice cream, so, who cares if the literal air filters of the U.S. are burning?
Damn it, Billy. Give me back my liquor.